HGTV star Mina Starsiak Hawk is setting boundaries. The Good Bones star has been open about tension between her mother, former co-host Karen E. Laine, and her siblings. That's been going on for over a year, which carried into the filming of the 8th and final season of Good Bones. As the holidays approached, Starsiak Hawk shared on her Mina AF podcast that she planned to arrive early to Thanksgiving at her father's house to help set up, and then decide if she felt comfortable staying once the rest of her family, and particularly her brother Tad, arrived. Now, in the December 5th episode of her podcast, Starsiak is using Brené Brown's concept of a square squad to share more of the boundaries she's been laying in her life. Mina Starsiak Hawk explains her square squad. As Starsiak Hawk explained in her podcast, the square squad is about having a small circle of people in your life that you can be your true self around. You can be your authentic self. They know you and the whole you and the real you and are there for it. Starsiak Hawk also mentioned that the square squad is about prioritizing the quality of relationships over quantity. The idea is literally supposed to be a 1 by 1 inch square of paper that you have to write the names of your square squad down on. And the idea of it being this literal, physical piece of paper is so you have to whittle it down, you have to think about it, Starsiak Hawk shared. Starsiak Hawk went on to share some of the first names she thought of for her square squad, including her husband Steve Hawk, their children Jack and Charlie, and some of her family members, including her dad. Some notable absences that did not make the list were her mother and brother. Starsiak Hawk went on to add that she couldn't fit all the names she hoped to on her paper, and that her square squad can change, too. It's changed throughout my life. There were times where I had to set boundaries with certain people who, even though I thought they might be in my life forever or had been in my life for a long time, they were no longer contributing positively, Starsiak Hawk said. And that's okay. She didn't speak directly about her family, but Starsiak Hawk did share that she had a close friend since she was 18 who would not make her square squad after the two had a falling out. Tad Starsiak spoke about accepting the changes in life in his own December 8 Instagram post. Mina's brother Tad Starsiak shared some of his thoughts on changes in life, though he didn't specify if this was related to the ongoing rift between him and his sister. Here is how to learn to accept life for what it is. Heart, Tad captioned his post. I just wanted to remind you that life is a very transient thing, Tad told his followers. It's a lot like water. It's always fluid, it's always moving. Your life is never staying the same, you're never in a state of be, you're always in a state of being. And when you're in that water, the constant change of life, something always being different. Don't try to grasp the water, don't try to stand on the water, the goal is to flow with life. Let life carry you where you want to go. Read next. Heather El Moussa divides fans with new tattoo.